Hello ladies and gentlemen of the internet, and welcome to the Heist Vehicle Showcase. Tonight we'll be taking a look at the Kuruma. Kuruma is a 4-door sports car. We have here the orange color variation. As standard, the Kuruma comes packed with a spoiler as well as a quad exhaust. Visually, the Kuruma resembles the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X and the 2015 Subaru Impreza. In general, it's a pretty nice looking car. But what does it drive like? The Kuruma handles quite smooth. You don't really feel any bumps or other distortions of the road. However, it does have a small tendency to veer from side to side, especially at greater speeds. It turns pretty well, and the car is quite responsive. Cornering is surprisingly nice. The Kuruma tends to mostly stick to tarmac and you can grab corners at ease. Generally, the car lets you spin itself sideways, but the problem starts then. The Kuruma isn't the best thing to handle in a drift. It tends to do some awkward movements and can spin out easily. But that is generally the only big drawback I can see in this car. It feels nice and it's smooth to drive. It corners quite well, and the acceleration is actually quite satisfactory. But what is the acceleration of the Kuruma? We decided to put the Kuruma to a test of 0 to 60 on an empty runway. So let's take a look how it did. And the results are in. And the Kuruma went 0 to 60 in 10.03 seconds. Not the fastest thing in the world, but how fast is it? We decided to give it another test. We put it on the start line of our custom-made track and put our most highly skilled driver behind the wheels. Due to budget restraints, that driver was me. Let's take a look at the fastest lap in the lovely cherry red Kuruma. The Kuruma managed to lap a 42.26 as calculated by our state-of-the-art calculating devices and Sony Vegas. Not bad, but how does it compare to other sports cars? Without hesitation, we stuck an Obey 9F Cabrio on the start line and set me off to do my lap. The 9F managed to get the lap done in 41.04. Using highly sophisticated maths, we deduced that the 9F was faster by 1.22 seconds. We thought then, wait a second, The 9F is a 2-door car, while the Kuruma is a heavier 4-door vehicle. To give Kuruma a fair chance, we decided to do one more test. This time around, we brought out the 4-door heavy beast that is the Bravado Buffalo. The Buffalo is a heavy, powerful sports car that we thought would give the Kuruma a fair race. Well, how did the Buffalo do? 42.16 seconds. That is 0.1 second faster than the Kuruma. So the brand new sports car from Karen is not the fastest in its category. Well, not the fastest by far. In fact, it's slower than a heavier Buffalo, which feels like a ton of bricks when driving it. However, Karen has one more ace up its sleeve. Meet the matte black heavy armored brother of the Kuruma. This beast is significantly heavier than the regular Kuruma, and you can tell that right away when driving. It does not corner well at all. It fights you every time you try to make it do something it doesn't want to. It feels like driving a cow. It's heavy, it's bulky, but the matte black Kuruma has something that the regular one is lacking. Power. Not to 69.24 seconds. That is 1.06 seconds faster than the regular Kuruma, with a significant difference in mass. So the armored version is faster, but how much faster can it lap our track? In fact, it's 0.84 seconds slower than the regular Kuruma. Why is that, you might wonder? Well, for one, it's significantly heavier and harder to control. It corners like a bitch, it refuses sharp turns, and it feels like you're driving a cow which is trying to take a shit every step. So unless you're racing down a straight road with no need to turn whatsoever, the regular Kuruma is much better. Well, unless of course you want to run over 50 people while under heavy fire, then the armor will come in handy. So you have seen the test of the two brand new Karen Kurumas. So now, decision time. Which one would I buy? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. Neither. At the time of recording, the two brand new Kurumas are not available to purchase from any of the vendors. So for one, the price is unknown, and for two, you can't get the bloody thing. But if we were to speculate on the cost of the regular Kuruma, I would price it at around $150,000 to $200,000. That is the price range in which similar sports cars from the previous DLCs fall under. But even if the Karen Kuruma would be available to purchase for $150,000, I wouldn't buy it. Why? Well, because you can get the much faster and much nicer and better to drive Obey 9F Cabrio for $130,000, or its non-convertible brother for $120,000. I'll take the 9F Cabrio over the Kuruma any day. And on that bombshell, we'll be ending the episode. Until next time, peace out.